Today on Drawbli,
Ben is drawing a girl with green hair.
click that subscribe button if you are a girl with green hair.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
And if you just so happen to be painting a girl with green hair, share it online with the hashtag Drawbli.
Yeah, we want to see that.
This was a very difficult portrait for me to paint. The angle, that's very slight kind of upturn looking from the bottom up at something was very, very hard. And I spent a long time fighting this portrait, but eventually came along an Abby to help me with it.
I spent like 5 minutes on it.
But that 5 minutes helped push it to the next level.
Well, I'm glad I could be of assistance.
And you will see me tweak these proportions many times. I did really actually, in the end, overall, like, enjoy working on this. I thought it had some really fun colors. I wasn't sampling colors, which isn't really something I do that often anymore. I like to, try to experiment with picking my own and trying to create something that's a little more unique, potentially. Also, it's just good practice. But not until, I would say, toward the very end here, does Abby come in with a magic wand and fix everything.
It was fun. You let me play with it on a new layer, and I just tweaked what I saw that I would tweak. I had very fresh eyes, though, and that's such a power, isn't it, to have, like, fresh eyes on a piece, versus something that you've been working on for so long, you just can't even see it anymore. The way that it, you might see something if you're looking at it for the first time. So really, all I had was the power of fresh eyes.
Fresh Eyes, her brand, yes.
Yes, my brand, Fresh Eyes, eye drops for making you see art for the first time again. That'd be cool. So kind of like flip your canvas eye drops.
Yes, that would be cool. The thing that I would really like for us to start doing, if possible, is do that more, because one thing that I think the thing I love the most about Drawbli is that we get to watch our paintings and drawings back and learn from them. I think that's such a valuable part of this process of documenting what we're doing. We get that very quick feedback loop, but having that even more like extra feedback of, hey, now we can kind of help each other on this even more, like, and then trade back and forth. Even if it's, we were talking like do 10 minutes, 5 minutes on the other person's piece to just point out some quick things. Because in my professional experience, the times where I have grown the most as an artist have been when I am under the direct supervision, not direct supervision, but under the supervision of an art director. That has been extremely valuable for me, and I think it's extremely valuable for a lot of people because it's almost like mentorship. And obviously, we're not providing extremely valuable perfect information to each other, but we can at least help nudge each other in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. Share our own vision and sights of a piece with each other. I agree. Let's try it. Let's in the next few portraits or so, maybe experiment with this some more. Because I really had fun with it too. It was really fun to get to take like a finished work where I didn't have to like render out the skin or do any of like the tedious stuff. I just got to go in and have fun and like change what I saw and thought needed to be changed.
And you did an excellent job.
Thanks.
I really did like the graphic nature of this portrait as well. So one of the things that I really wanted to do with this portrait was create some kind of repetitive pattern. And I tried to do that in the background, which you'll see here very soon. I really liked the way that the way I terminated this piece. I thought that the collar setup was a really good way for me to play around with doing that and giving this like a really cool, sharp graphic feel there in the silhouette. So there were a lot of like cool graphic elements that I played around with this piece that I was pretty happy about.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. I have seen the background you did. I think that's such a fun idea to like put in a patterned background. I don't think I've ever done that with anything I've done, but it ended up adding such an interesting level to the whole thing. I think I'd love to try that sometime.
Yeah, I feel like, and I think I've known this for a long time, but it's kind of hard for me to find, or it's been hard for me to find ways in the past for me to incorporate these elements, but I'm really drawn to like strong graphic elements things that aren't necessarily painterly, things that are more like graphic design, because that's kind of my original background in college. A lot of not necessarily graphic design, but my background is specifically in higher education is in web design and web dev. So specifically front end for people familiar with that. So I got to, I've designed and created a lot of websites over my career, and that's a very valuable skill for me now. But I think my original interest in that subject has not waned, and it's something that I'm still drawn to, and I'm still trying to figure out how I can play with and incorporate those elements here into my 2D stuff, but I feel like I'm each time getting, a step closer.
I think they're definitely present because, like I've always said before, your work already has a very finished, the line work, the lines and the delineation between different areas is always very sharply defined. It doesn't tend to be very painterly or sketchy. And that's a good thing. You make it look really, really good. And I love the pattern you did there. That's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my own original pattern. It's never been created before.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're yawning during my artwork. I would never yawn during one of your videos.
It's 3:47
literally our last
in the
video.
afternoon, and I don't think I've had my second cup. Oh wait, I had the iced coffee. Never mind, I've had my second cup.
You haven't had your 8th cup of coffee, my dear.
No, I haven't.
Oh no. Here, hop on my back. It's fine. Just hop on in. I gotcha. I'll carry you to the finish line for this one. So she's got green hair, of course, but you can't just have green. You gotta have some blues. You gotta have some yellows. You gotta have some reds. You gotta have your standard Ben work of going in with his very brightly saturated colors and fading them out.
So standard for Ben. It's really the Ben standard is what they call it.
It is,
the
absolutely.
Benjamin standard brush.
The Benjamin standard brush.
Yeah, reminds me of the Damien standard brush and ZBrush.
Ooh, that's the first brush I create here. Well, I've created multiple brushes. The first cool brush I create is going to be called the Benjamin standard brush.
And it will be the standard brush. Everyone will use it.
One thing they say about Benjamin that I've heard before is that he bullies birds, but I know for a fact that is not true. It's unfounded. If you've ever heard that before in one of our previous videos, there's absolutely no video evidence of that ever happening.
Roll the tape.
Benjamin bullies birds. That's what they say. What do you have to say about the news saying that Benjamin bullies birds, sir?
It's completely unfounded. There's no video evidence whatsoever that I've ever bullied a bird in my entire life. It's not true.
Like I said, completely unfounded. No proof that I've ever bullied a bird in my entire life.
That was strict video evidence that we just witnessed of you bullying
So
birds.
anyway, like I was saying here, Abby's about to swoop in and save this painting. Now, unfortunately, she did not record any of it.
No, I didn't know I was supposed to be, and I only worked on it for 5 minutes,
So very quickly here, you will see Abby's work that I have taken from the time-lapse feature of Procreate, which is a very nice feature. It's not something that we use too often because I think it converts 1 hour into 1 minute of footage, so it goes by pretty quick.
And it doesn't show a lot of what I feel like we end up showing.
Yeah, it doesn't show the focus where you're zooming in and painting and working on specific areas.
Which is a cool look too, if you think about it. It's just, it stands still and it moves and it looks like the painting is painting itself. Once you took it back, you were like, yeah, this is totally your style. And I was like, oh no, not my style.
What? That's a good thing. I'm able to tell it's you based on, I said 2 things, your brushwork and your shape language. Immediately I was able to determine. And then you handed it back to me and you were like, you would immediately go back in and mess up the chin. And put it right back where it was.
You started to put the chin right back where it was.
Okay, wow.
Not that I had it perfect at all.
Wow, screw you.
I just thought that was funny.
You're rude. Very, very rude. Well, I do fix the chin
And now
by
it's back to
using.
you.
Well, yes, now I am working on it. I do fix the chin and a lot of other things in the face by using a draw over technique to find the center line and find some other areas that I can work on. Did you really just yawn for a second time in my video?
I did, but
Oh
oh my gosh, up so late working on this green hair girl, and so now I'm tired today.
Yeah, we stayed up extremely
It was
late.
like 10:30.
10:30 at night. That's right. The latest Abby's ever stayed up to.
I like to be in bed at 9.
I'm in bed at 5 p.m. and no later.
I get up earlier.
Well, there's my little draw over the face to help concrete some of these fixes here at the end. But for the most part, that is my green hair girl.
Oh, she's very nice. You've done an excellent job here, and you should be very proud.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you would like to see more green hair girls in the future, click that subscribe button.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve.
Share your green-haired girls online with #Drawbli.
And this is the part where we say goodbye.
Goomba.
There's a song called Green Eyed Girl.
Is there?
I
Are
think
you
so.
sure you're not thinking of Brown-Eyed Girl?
Oh,
Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
that sounds like Under the Sea.
Brown-eyed girl.
Oh.
Green-eyed girl. Under the sea. Why is every ending music?
Because we're a musical.